show possible for us. And there are some heroes behind this show, like our drama teacher, Mr. Beckett. And thank you so much for everything that you put in us and in this show. And I would like to thank Home Base Cafe for letting us use the space. Please support them by having a drink or getting something to eat because they have great food and drinks. And if you have a couple more dollars and if you'd like to donate it to ARCO, which is a local refugee organization, we have a donation box right there. And this show is dedicated to refugees, so your help will be appreciated. And if you'd like to stick around after the play for a while, we will have a discussion about the play. And thank you so much for coming again, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please.
Please, don't you think that there could just be some hope?
Hope? Some chance of that.
I know it seems like we're never gonna get out of here, but it just can't keep going on like this, you know?
I know. Do you?
Of course. I'm not a child any longer, but we've kept going. You've kept us going for so long that perhaps there's a chance after all.
Well, there's life, there's hope. What ostriches we humans are when it suits us.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Here, I'll light a candle. It's not much, but it makes things a bit brighter.
Oh, for God's sake, stop talking in platitudes.
I'm sorry, I was only trying to help.
Look at it. Stuck in amongst all these rocks, just like a tomb.
The rocks shall remain! They shall remain forever and ever!
Can she hear?
She heard that all right, but no, I don't think she understands what she hears.
It's a relief, I think.
For all of us, I've been dreading her more clear-minded moments, but mercilessly, they've gotten a great deal less over the past. How long?
2 or 3 days, I think.
Longer. It must be longer. Near a week?
No, not since Grant started wandering.
Perhaps. I lose track of time in here. The air. It gets so heavy and uncomfortable. It makes me feel so sleepy.
Well, it must be much worse down in the city.
Perhaps they don't have to worry anymore. Maybe I've been thinking over the past few days. Maybe they were the sensible ones, and we were the fools.
You can't just give up, not now.
That's what I said. I didn't think you'd agree.
Well, of course. But I don't know, it all seems so much less important up here.
I know. Do you?
Of course.
Well, it depends on nothing except yourself.
But Mom, you can't just say that.
I've been thinking over the past few days. Well, that's the worst part, thinking. Wondering, your Grant's a lucky one. Sleeping, dreaming dreams of her own. What I would give to sleep like that, properly, deeply.
Mom, I thought you said that you'd been sleeping well up here, particularly in the last few days.
Perhaps, but the dreams, they're always there. Black and ugly.
Please, you have to forget all of that stuff that we saw before.
No, it's not that. Not much anyhow. It's the air. It is so heavy. It seems to choke me.
Well, here, let me open an entrance. We're not likely to be bothered up here.
No, it's too dangerous. We've worked for what we've got, and we have to keep it at all costs.
Yes, I understand.
We're safe here, safe. It's ours, understand?
Yes, but who do you suppose would bother us up here?
You don't know. You just don't
in weeks.
You don't know how it turned out down there. We might be able to go home soon. Any day.
At least be honest with yourself. So we're alive. At least that's something. Not like those poor, unfortunate, wretched souls down in the city with all of their illness and just that putrid, filthy water to drink. But we're up here, and I'm glad, but I've been thinking about them, and I feel so ashamed, selfish even.
That's nonsense.
I don't think so. We've had a chance, and maybe it was never much of one, and maybe time's running out on us, but we had a chance, something which most of them didn't and couldn't.
The time where we could share things like that has passed.
Maybe it is, or was, but you can't stop me from wishing, particularly now.
Why particularly now?
I told you, I think time's running out on us. Don't look so mad.
I'm not mad. Angry. A little frightened, perhaps.
Really? That's funny. I didn't feel that way. Although, I guess I've been thinking about it for so long that it doesn't really affect me anymore. Strange, isn't it?
No, rather fortunate.
I mean, one ought to fess up to what might happen, right? And, well, I don't know about you, but I'm about as weak as a kid. I don't think Gran has much longer.
Don't say that! Not ever!
Well, I didn't think you still minded.
No, you know, got to fight it. You've got to.
I haven't given up if that's what you mean. Gosh, it's just gotten so hard to breathe up here. And how long before the water in the spring isn't fit to drink anymore? It just seems like everything's...
No!
Yes, I know. I know there's still a chance, but it just seems like everything's waiting somehow. If only it doesn't hurt.
Pain is a violation of the body, my child, not the cessation of bodily functions. Be at peace with the world, and the world will be at peace with you.
Hello, Gran. Are you awake?
I think so, my dear, I think so. Though waking hours and sleeping hours seem long, and waking ones an extension of them.
How do you feel, Mother?
Light.
Are you hungry?
No, not like that. Like a little girl following my fancies, dreaming. Nightmares.
You needn't dream those.
What do the French say? White nights.
That's sleeplessness, Gran.
Sleep or wake, they're much the same. When does one cease, the other begin? No, much the same.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up. It's bad enough without you going on like that.
I feel a strange sense of oppressiveness, of doom.
Oh, for God's sake!
Strange word, doom. So little used, but yet so meaningful.
I said...
Maybe that's why I think of it.
I said shut up!
But my dear!
What's the matter with you two? Going off like that, discussing life and death and emotions as if it doesn't matter to you, as if we're not stuck in this blasted place, as if...
Mom, are you all right?
All right? Of course I'm not all right. Are you all right? Are any of us all right?
Is there anyone there?
Who do you suppose it is?
Keep quiet. Maybe they'll go away.
But what if they need help?
Keep still, I said.
Can you hear me? Oh, hello in there. Please help me.
But then what if they could help us?
Oh, don't be a fool.
I think they've gone.
Good.
How could you?
What?
Just stay quiet like that. Honestly, Mom, I didn't think you had it in you.
I do what I can because I must. Don't you see that?
No, not anymore.
Sorry, but we got what we did because we worked for it. We have it because we worked for it.
Oh, and of course, because we have so much. I don't think that there's any reason that we shouldn't have let that person in.
I'm not a selfish person, you know that. But I do what I can because I must.
The selfishness of man is the key to his extinction, the reason for it. Grasp and grind and all for self. No wonder the earth now rebels, and now instead of fruitfulness, it produces waste and noisome elements.
Who's talking about extinction?
I am. So are we all if we have eyes to see. What else?
What? like that. Please, Mom, it helps her. But it doesn't help us. Can't you see that? It's just so awful the way she goes on like that.
I really think it's helping.
But why the war at all when men have bred the seeds of their destruction to launch upon their enemies? A self-defeating exercise, my son said once, and then went out to meet that very same self-defeat.
I know, he was my husband too.
No, the seeds of this long death lie further back. Can you, my child, remember the green earth?
Why, yes, Gran, of course.
I wonder. In my day, the green hills rolled beyond sight, peopled with birds and butterflies, the hum of insects. Where can you see this now?
At home?
No. Controlled nature, that's all that is. For we ants to gaze in surprise and delight. No.
I don't see what you two are complaining about. I like the country myself. If not for it, progress would just steamroll right over it.
Progress? I wonder. No. The green earth was lost. Long ago. Je crois à tout.
What?
An opera I was fond of long ago. I used to sing it sometimes. I hear it now as in a dream.
And do you, Gran?
Pardon?
Do you hear it? What do you hear?
Birds. Filling the woods with their sounds. The hum of insects, the bees free flying among the flowers.
Little sounds.
Important sounds, but easily stilled. Drowned beneath the roar of engines, of machines, of motor cars. Deafening everything, and rising at a giant crescendo of noise and hate.
You're being fanciful, Mother.
I always was. My husband said I should have been a poet. Now there's a fancy if you like.
And why didn't you?
Well, I had a husband and a son, and, well, my voice was small and my imagination too, perhaps.
But the miniature can be so beautiful.
I know, but... Anyway, time is gone and past when might-have-beens are even worth discussing.
Quite. We can all start discussing this when this is all over and done with.
Gran, you were talking about the past?
Was I, my dear? Oh, yes. The birds and the butterflies. The hum of insects. Dying. Gone. The noise of a man's world rising, deafening all that stands, or stood, or sat, or lay within its range. Deafening everything and a large crescendo of... And it's everything.
Being callous, Mother.
I don't think I'm callous.
Uncaring, then.
I'd like to say that I'm being realistic. But then I have lived a full life.
But we haven't! We haven't. Can't you see that? We haven't. Why must this happen now? Why can't this happen any other time?
Mother, would you like to
Leave me alone! Just leave me alone.
Please just lie down.
It's you I don't understand. You. She's all good. She's had her life behind her. She's done the things she's wanted to do. Seen the things she's wanted to see. But you're so young. So much in front of you. Your father and I, we thought there would be so much hope. We thought you would have a happy life. Just hope you would. Oh God, what a waste. Just go.
Will she be alright?
I think we'll all be alright soon.
Gran, I'm really scared.
I know. But you're a brave girl. And a good one. of light by artists such as Turner, perhaps.
The French?
No, not for me at least. Maybe I'm too old, but I find their technique too derivative, too studied, too predictable, perhaps.
Well, bravo. You've pinned your colors to the mast.
Well, of course I have. I'm past the age when I should think anything of other people's opinions, even if I thought you might take offense.
But don't you like anything, well, not necessarily modern, but since the classics?
Well, of course, I admire beauty whenever it was created. But I think not much of beauty has been created in this century. And I think it's because man's life is anything but beautiful.
Yes, but you'd think that people would seek it as some sort of refuge.
Yes, but I like to think that beauty is a reflection of what men are more than they themselves might wish.
I see. I suppose it must be hard to create something beautiful when you're surrounded by dirt and ugliness.
Quaint. Take those streams and rivers I was talking about. What are they now? Rivers of white, covered in a vicious, cloying froth,
Spewed from the factories.
spreading sluggishly across all the water and the land.
Mother, aren't you asleep?
When you two are quite done with that, can you please go check on the spring?
Yes. I'll go. I shan't be long now.
No!
Let me!
No!
Help me, please. Can you hear me? For God's sake, can you hear me?
You should let her in, you know.
Impossible. You can go check on the spring later.
Graham?
Do as your mother says. It will scarcely make any difference.
No! No! Go away! Go away! We don't want you here! Go away!
Mother? Mom, are you... Mom?
You and I are romantics, my child. Your mother is a realist.
Thank God for romanticism.
Shh, my dear.
What you were saying before about beauty.
Oh, don't.
And how men can't make anything beautiful anymore.
Yeah,
What
yes.
were you saying?
The girl outside. You wanted to help her, but your mom would not want that.
It seems the wrong way around. So heartless.
I know. You're a brave girl and a good one. I just wish life would have been kinder to you.
If only... No, it's pointless.
If only what?
I don't know. A second chance with the knowledge that we have now.
I scarcely think it would have made any difference. Man would remain the same selfish, egotistical being that he is now, leaving true altruism and charity to someone else. And that state of mind, if anything, was our legacy to you. I'm sorry.
You apologize to me?
Why, of course, my generation and the one after should go on our knees before you, but for the most part we won't. We won't even accept our need to. And therein lies another tragedy of our lives. The inability to accept anything but what we want to see.
You make us seem a very stupid race.
As stupid in our time as what? The ancient Romans and theirs? Or do you see them as a backward extension of ourselves?
No, not exactly, but... Well, what about the dinosaurs?
What?
The dinosaurs.
Oh, I heard you. It's a particular piece of imagery that even I find hard to accept. But then again, the inability to adapt, to change. Yes, perhaps.
And now they are extinct.
Yes. I always find that such a remarkable to oneself, it seems indecent even.
But it's true, isn't it?
Yes. You are a remarkably clear-headed young woman.
Perhaps I take after my grandmother.
Go along with you. Perhaps I'm gonna go take a rest here, like your mother there. It must be the air here. Do you feel sleepy?
A bit. You get some rest. And I'll go out to the stream. I'll be back soon. I wish I hadn't said I'd go now. So tired. My arms and legs feel like lead weights. Gran? She must be asleep. Nice old lady. A little odd, perhaps. Hey, talking to yourself. First signs. Come on. Come on.
Let me in, please.
Just a minute. I can't move it. Can you push?
All right, look out.
Thanks.
Are you all right? Hey, are you hurt? Hold on, can't see anything. After the light outside. Oh, food! Marvelous! I haven't eaten in a couple of days. I'm famished. Empty. Empty! Empty! Every single one of them! Thanks for nothing.